Hello, this is Alexia again. Today we're going to be exploring how to use Active Inspire to help us teach these lessons. So Active Inspire is amazing software that you can use. It becomes an interactive whiteboard. So you might be using a whiteboard maybe in Zoom or Google Meet, but I find that this one is a lot more easier and friendlier to use because it does give you a whole bunch of options here. So it allows you to use shapes, a highlighter, pen, different colors for text boxes and ink. So it gives you a lot of different options here. So I do find it really, really helpful, and you can use it in a bunch of different ways. If you're teaching a live remote class, you can share your screen and students can see you writing live using these tools. If you don't have like a document camera, this is the best thing you can use. If you're teaching live in class, it can make the Teach Hub lessons more interactive. You don't have to recreate the slides, just cut and paste. And if you're assigning lessons during asynchronous time, you can record yourself using whatever recording software you use and share this screen with your students. Okay, the first thing you need to do is go ahead and download the software. So let's Google downloaded Active Inspire and click on that first link. Okay, select the language, and then you'll be prompted to choose your operating system. Finally, just complete the information below. First name, last name, your occupation, email address, and then click that box to accept the terms and conditions. If you want to get additional support from Promethean, you can click on that. Otherwise, you can leave it blank. Once you've done that, you will be prompted to a new window that says thank you, and an email with a download link will be sent to you shortly. So once you get that email, click on that link to download the software. Let's go ahead and click on the Active Inspire here. And we're going to be using the flip chart. So it'll pop up with a screen, what do you want to use? We're going to click on flip chart. We're going to want a new flip chart. Just going to minimize the screen a little. Okay, so here is the flip chart. And before we get started using it, I just want to give you a little background or a little information how you could use this. So you can use it a bunch of different ways. So if you're teaching a live remote class, you can share your screen, whether you're using Google Meet or Zoom, or you could set up a ClassFlow account. You could Google that on how to set that up. And that way students have a tab and they could see you write live instead of seeing your screen being shared in Zoom or Google Meet. And students can view what you write live, which is great. And if you're teaching live in the classroom, it can make the Teach Hub lessons more interactive. You don't have to recreate the slides. All you have to do is just cut and paste and have access to all these tools located here on the bottom. And lastly, if you're assigning lessons during asynchronous time, you can use whatever it is program that you use to record, and you could record yourself using the Active Inspire and completing the examples that you want to share with your students. Okay, let's make this interactive. So we're going to go to today's lesson, and we're going to be looking at the introduction launch for today. And I don't need the entire slide. I only need a portion of it. I really just want this portion here, the part that says tell me all you can in the mixed number. So because I'm on a MacBook, I'm going to press Command-Shift-4, and it's going to allow me to drag over a little rectangle to cut that piece that I want. So I'm going to let go, and it saves it to my desktop. Now, if you have a non-Mac computer, you can look up the snipping tool. Just use the Finder feature, the little magnifying glass, type in a snipping tool, and it should pop up, and it should save it to your desktop too. So once we have that, we're going to go back to Active Inspire, and I'm just going to drag that image from my desktop into the flip chart. So it can allow me to move it around a little bit. And this will be like your discussion you would have in class when you have a math talk or number talk. You have students have a few minutes to think about it, and then they're going to share out. And just like we would in the classroom, we usually use a different color to show one student's thinking, another color to show a different student's thinking. And we could do that here as well. So let's say, for example, a student says, well, 1/4, 5th, I can express that as being one whole. So it's one whole and 4/5 of a second whole. So I'm using different colors. Now you could use background colors, you can use font colors if you want. So let's say a second student comes up with a different idea, maybe, or a different way to express it. And they're saying, well, they can express it as 5/5 plus 4/5. Maybe another student wants to share out a way they can express it visually, and maybe they're thinking of a fraction circle. So I could click these shapes down here. I'll click a circle if that's what they're thinking. And I'm going to do my best to make 2 equal sized ones. So there's one. I'm going to do another one. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then I want to divide, maybe they tell me fill one in. So I'm going to use the highlighter tool and I'm going to shade one hole in. And they tell me, okay, divide the second circle into fifths. So I'm going to do my best to do that. And they tell me to shade in 4. Again, I use the highlighter tool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe because I did this, maybe a student says 1 4/5 is like 1/5 away. So maybe a student will tell me that it's 2 minus 1/5, and I might want to use a different color to show that. So you'll get a bunch of different ways that students can express 1 4/5, and Active Inspire will let you kind of illustrate all of their thinking or write down all of their thinking, and they can see it in real time. So it's kind of replacing your anchor chart that you might have, anchor chart paper that you would use in class. So that will conclude today's segment. I hope that you found this video helpful, and I hope you found Active Inspire to be useful for you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.